And then I will be doing a separate full moon read, but just so we get to know, we've got full moon in Libra. Mercury conjuncts the moon's north node, and a good time to find balance in your life through music, good health, and adopting an optimistic attitude. You'll hear key news or meet someone from your past. So, a lot of you have had that in your monthly. Also, the song is one we've had before, but it always has different meanings. It's Bad Manners. It's Special Brew. So what I'm getting is, as a separate issue to whatever I write with the song, and a separate issue to the read, doesn't necessarily have to connect. I'm getting a couple. Now I don't know if one has passed or if it's a couple that's living now. But there is an element of buying affection, an element of being together all the time. There's not really, they have groups of friends, but they are a couple that spend all the time together. It's old school couple. The gentleman drinks, and I think the lady goes along with it, but I'm not sure. One of them drinks a lot, and if it's somebody living, that's an issue that's going to cause health problems. If it's somebody past, that's why they're past. So you've got to be very careful of your intake of alcohol, because it may cost you a loving partner, or unable to enjoy life as you should because of the drink issue. It's no good saying you love somebody and then but not actually ever being present, because you're always half cut, is what they're saying. So that may or may not resonate with you. That's a totally separate issue to the cards and whatever I get off the music, but it may mean something to someone. But take people and life for granted, as it can be taken at any point in time. The singer was bust a blood vessel, so somebody's blood pressure or diabetes, something like that, because of the drink. So be alert, be aware to situations like that. Cut back a bit. So today's card is the Lovers. It's making the right choices. It was a choice card before it was the Lovers. So let's see what they've got for us, shall we? Yeah, somebody's making the wrong choices. There's no two ways about it. And I've got that energy on my shoulder again. Somebody's here, definitely. It's maternal side. So, mothers or mother's family. Oh yeah, real strong. So, feeling lack, feeling isolated, feeling alone, like I said, feeling ostracised, possibly can't coming out the cold. Somebody who doesn't feel like they belong, because there's no reciprocity, there's no give and take, it's all take. Somebody maybe well deserved being ostracised. Gambling, drink, drugs. But there is some sort of unexpected communication coming. We've got 5 to 6 years, and something out of the blue. Somebody's infatuated with an outside influence. Could be drugs, could be alcohol, could be gambling, whatever it is. They made the wrong choices in life. This could be somebody in spirit, because I'm getting that strong energy. So negative communications, children, schooling, somebody's maybe being excluded from school even. Somebody's attitude is spare the rod, spoil the child. That's not going to work in this situation. It's just going to cause more problems. We've got 4 years now, so 4, 5, 6 years. So they could be 4, 5, 6 year old, or it could have been going on for that long. They like to be in control, or someone does. It could be a father figure. They're not that easy to understand. There's some sort of clash here. Yeah, I love you. Yes, I do. Got to spend all my money on you. Somebody may have spoiled the child, and now they think they can do as they like. I'm only saying child because of the Gemini energy. There'll be no celebrations, no reunions. So there's possibly third party, something or someone coming between you and them. So it could be the addiction, it could be friends, it could be other family members. I don't know. But you've got to accept things as they are. Somebody may be grieving the loss of a child that was wayward. The Scorpio energy, the 13, is negative. It's deep grief, a dark place. Somebody's in a dark place because somebody made the wrong choices. I was born in the year of the horse. It's possibly even somebody in a coma. We did get that yesterday, comas. Or someone that's deeply depressed, bipolar, something like that. I don't see grieving in the normal way of someone passing. This is just somebody who's grieving the loss of this person, this bond, or this security. So let's see where this takes us. Finances, money, maybe they stole, but I don't see that either yet. Refusing to change. They're not going to change. They don't want to change. They'd rather be stuck out in the cold than having to pull a finger out and sort themselves out. Yeah, could be a marriage breakup because of it, or loss of friendships. Somebody could have been excluded from school, that's definite. Teachers, somebody not telling the truth. Neck and throat issues. Rebelling against religion. Not having faith in them or yourselves. Taurus energy, 5 or 23, negative. Yeah, the nightmare is going to be over though. Unexpectedly, it seems. Somebody's either ungrateful or feeling unworthy. And either way, you reap what you sow. So whatever's happening, it's well deserved, I think. However, that doesn't mean that you have to carry on that way. You can draw a line in the sand and stop that right now. Because what you do now builds up karma for future. So if you change now and make the right choices, things can change. Yeah. Walking away, turning your back on everything you've ever known or believed to be true. That's the only way, is to turn your back on this situation, or maybe even to turn your back on the child, because some people think they can help people. Sometimes the only way to help is to walk away. Virgo energy, 9 or 27, massively important. Somebody might need to go on a gap year, or somebody might have to learn how to fend for themselves. You can't keep enabling this behaviour. Hospital doors, COVID, lockdown maybe had some sort of relevance. They're going for my throat. Somebody's not speaking the truth, definitely, especially about money matters. Somebody may have left the family unit, just walked away. Maybe because of depression, maybe because of a bad habit and addiction. Action needs to be taken. Aries energy, Aries cusper. So early Aries is Pisces, late Aries is that Taurus. And we are in Aries. So Aries, Taurus energy coming out of, when we come out of Aries into Taurus. Now we've got a couple. We've got Leo. She's crying. Financially successful, but that doesn't mean you're happy. They're both looking in different directions. There is issues here with a couple. Very passionate, but doesn't seem to be about each other. Leo cusper. Early Leo is Cancer, late Leo is the Virgo. Very demanding, possibly of children or of people. Leos tend not to have respect for anybody that doesn't respect themselves, unfortunately. There is a bond broken here. There's no mutual respect or love, and the answer is no. There is a lot of confusion, running out of options, narrowing down your options. Maybe it's just, you're at your wit's end. You're living in a dream world. Yeah, very confused, torn internally, not knowing which way to turn, not knowing which path to take. None of it's going to be easy. There may be children ping-ponging between two homes because the parents aren't together, or there's issues here. Possibly a new baby as well that's made them feel pushed out. Postnatal depression maybe. Those born in the year of the dog. And the full moon today, so the 18 is negative. Confusion, a lot of confusion. Someone's going to have to turn the back, I'm afraid. Hospital doors even. Doctor's visits. It's put a wedge between people. No doubling up yet, which is unusual, isn't it? They've done a lot of doubling up lately. So where's the doubling up coming? So, someone new walks in. Tall, handsome stranger. The gypsy card for the tall, handsome stranger. They are welcome. The door is open. Communications. Passionate communications. So now we've got a family. All the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Too much time on the internet. Burning the candle at both ends. No communication. Somebody's blocked. Maybe it's time to turn the internet them off. Stop them having access. Because there are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. So we've got 5, 6, 7 years of this. There's no equal reciprocity. If you're enabling your kids to demand everything and give nothing back. You're not making a good future for them, are you? Yeah, there's fear of the future. The 22. Somebody's been very, very foolish. And like I said, they may have been excluded from school, or somebody's been ostracised from the family. Putting things off until tomorrow is not going to work. If they're not careful, this could end badly. There's somebody been a betrayal or a passing. 10 weeks. Somebody's been stabbed in the back. And there it is again. So now we've got the full story. Schools, teachers, study. There has to be an end to this pain. There has to be faith, and you have to speak your truth and shame the devil. Neck and throat issues. Somebody's a lamb to the slaughter if they don't start understanding that everybody has to obey some rules. 5 and 23, it could go either way. If you make the right choices, there will be a good ending to this, but if you don't, I'm afraid it's not looking good. Yeah, missed opportunity about a year ago. You got to turn this around. Draw a line in the sand, because there is a nightmare situation, like I said, but there is a way out. You're just choosing not to take it because that door on that cage is open. Somebody's at the gates of hell because of this. The tarot reader, the psychic, the medium, the daughter, possibly. Somebody is putting negative energy into body, mind, spirit, finances, whatever it is, emotions. This is secrets. This is something unknown or withheld. 2 and 29, negative energy. October the 11th, where I come from, but wherever the carnival comes to town where you come from. It says the travellers, the tarot readers, the psychics, the mediums, the empaths. But it is mental illness, emotional wounding, trauma. It's putting drugs into your body, either prescription or otherwise, that don't agree with you. It's diet, medication. It's also negative words coming out of your mouth and written. People constantly telling you that you're not good enough. So beware. Your words are spells. Be careful how you cast them. Oh my word, Mercury retrograde, then this is what I've been looking for. It is coming up where we can re-look at things, reassess, reevaluate, regroup, and restart. Mercury retrograde, a reinvention of yourself. It doesn't have to be the way it's always been. You can change this. Nothing's set in stone, but it will stay on the same vein if you don't change something. So mishaps are like knives. They either serve us or cut us as we grasp them by the blade or the handle. The name James or Russell could be important. So Mercury retrograde is coming up. I'm not sure it's soon, but I don't know when. It's Elaine did say in the comments, and I keep forgetting, but it's coming up soon. I will check it out and maybe put it in the comments when I write the song up. So it actually marks 3.5 week period where any important action should be postponed. So putting off, like we said. About 3 or 4 times a year, Mercury goes in motion called retrograde, which means go back, retreat. It means technical problems with the internet and stuff like that, your phones, your emails, all going adrift. It's not predictable because it's not meant to be. It's akin to trying to drive a car backwards. So that may be important. Watch out for reversing. There's a wobble and everything goes off kilter. However, if you're a writer, say, when Mercury is retrograde, it's a perfect time to revise your writing, to relook at things. Mercury is the counterpart of Hermes, the Greek Olympian god, and the sly trickster. So it could mean that parcels go adrift. Who is not only big on pranks, but also false moves. He is the god of transition, roads and boundaries, where the name Hermes has to do with speech and implies a translator. Conveys information, but you can't do that because you're blocked. Unpredictable retrograde motion. Nothing seems to go right. Firstly, back up all your equipment, your computers, your cell phones, your address book, anything to do with technology or mechanics. Electrical appliances purchased at this time will end up needing to be returned. Any sales items often turn out to be a massive dud. Don't make the mistake of purchasing a vehicle at this time either. If you are to have your vehicle repaired, expect making another trip to the shop to have something revised or corrected. This period will last 1 week at least, and then ask the same question, so next week we'll be clearer about it. You'll want to be careful and go over any contract you sign. Check any emails or letters you send, and if you're about to leave on a trip, leave early, because you can expect unusual delays to occur. And make sure you have clothing for all types of weather, because the temperature and conditions are likely to change rapidly. Mundane matters aside, retrograde planets are said to be more empathic, and that means that strangely are more silent, internally keyed. There you go, silence and internal, keyed into the energies. This causes unusual fated meetings and occurrences to happen, and some stranger. You may meet up with someone you haven't seen in years at a most unexpected place. You may have a conversation with someone with whom you've only had a superficial relationship, when suddenly you connect to that person, causing a much deeper rapport. If you're asking about the strengthening of a relationship, this is not a good time to get married, but it's an excellent time to renew your vows. It's not a good time to initiate a divorce or end a relationship, because Mercury changes so quickly. If you're feeling hopeless and worried about a relationship, it's never going to work. The Mercury retrograde card is actually a good one to turn up in a reading. It means there is more to this than you know, because you're being kept in the dark about something. And the possibility of that relationship getting back on its legs and moving ahead is very likely. It's also a fortuitous time to connect with a lover from the past. It's time to revise, reinvent and renew. Number 51 could be important. And there we have surrender, let go. It's time for freedom and to go with the flow. So, let go of control. What's yours, it will always be yours. Number 12, again, prisoners, martyrs, victims. Be careful you're not the victim of a trickster. So, surrender to the fairy of freedom and flow. She has let go of everything that's been holding her back and is ready to fly, to be free, unrestrained. You can feel a sense of peace that's come over her, and she is open to whatever is coming her way. Eyes closed and trusting what lies ahead, the exact opposite of the fool in the reverse. Because the fool that way will let go, be free, begin a new chapter. Surrender is here to teach us whatever you are holding on to, that Four of Pentacles, too tightly. Maybe it's time to let go and let yourself be free. Sometimes we hold on to behaviour or beliefs that may have served us in the past but no longer do so in the present, because they're putting us in the gates of hell there. By drawing this card, it's time to take a look at those patterns and situations that's been holding you back and ask yourself, is this really in my best interest? If not, it's time to take the steps that you need to let go and move ahead. Start following the path that gives you joy. As long as it is in your best interest, then it will be the best for everyone. Surrender may also be trying to tell you to be yourself. Don't follow the crowd if that isn't you. So if you've got a group of friends that you know are going the wrong path, you know it in your gut, so you're going to have to walk away. It's your life and you've got to make the right choices for you. Create your own path and be true to yourself. Follow your intuition, that gut feeling that never lets you down. And there's your gut feeling. That is your true self and your spirit guides. The more you listen to your intuition, the more in touch with yourself you'll become. What a wonderful feeling of freedom when you no longer worry about what's ahead. Take your hands off the steering wheel and step into the flow, but not literally, because if you're driving, I want you to drive very carefully. They've mentioned the cars more than once. There's something wrong there. So if you are a young person with the wrong type of friends, and you know they are, and you're always getting into bedlam because of them, it's time to walk away. Make your life the best it can be. And they won't like it, and they will try and drag you back. But it's time for you to be you. And now we've got, I believe, is Manners, Mankind, but I may be wrong. Yes, it is Manners. And that one quite a few times. There we go. So manners is important. The appearance of manners always relates directly to the person who has asked the question. It might signify your status and the way others tend to perceive you. It also serves as a reminder that we are all products of our experiences. You reap what you sow. And urges you to take a good look at your own conduct before you start criticising other people. So like I said, don't start on the kids when it's you that's been enabling them to be like that. The room may well have further implications. It can reveal that you've been deluding yourself, yes, and that you're not the person that you thought yourself to be. You maybe thought you was a good person, but you've been doing some wrong things. So when this rune is prominent in your reading, it's time for a reassessment. There we go again. Reassess. Mercury retrograde. Examination of your motives and aims. Were you doing it out of the goodness of your heart? Equally, the motives of others should come under scrutiny, and you should ask some searching questions before committing yourself to anything binding, so don't sign anything. Manners is not a rune of haste, so if it's an important decision you're being made, you don't want to make the wrong one. Take your time, consult a trusted advisor who has no personal interest in this situation, and wait to see what develops. Legal affairs and far-reaching decisions are likely when this rune is drawn, but there's no reason to panic. If you slow down and look within yourself, it's likely that you will find the right solution. You must be aware that there is someone close who bears you ill will. In a negative position, manners usually indicates an enemy. This is not always so. For instance, some rune readers suggest that it can denote male homosexuality or the nervousness and lack of courage that is the result of a life blighted by an overly strict father, yes, or other harsh authority figures. Look to the next part of the story for a clue. So, overly strict father or parents, yes. Kids want to rebel when they've got strict parents. You've got to let go a bit. And there it is, Gemini. Well done, Spirit. Communication. 4th house of the home and family life. And Venus. Taurus and Leo. Love and money. So 4th house, the colour red, the home, the family environment, the mother energy, Cancer, stomach, breasts, the ancestors, home, parents, childhood, inherited patterns. So do it the way your dad always did it. Family environment, upbringing, the womb. And Venus in Gemini. Detachment. You need to be detached. Desires, mental stimulation, charming, flirtatious, fickle and emotionally detached. Inconstant Venus in Gemini falls in and out of love fast and is attractive to lively intellectual partners. Mind games, possibly. So, we're running out of time. I'm going to try and do this and then I'll show you the angel card at the end if I've got time. Oh, the answer is no. That was easy, wasn't it? No. Say no. It's time you put your boundaries in place. Number 26 is important. So, you are being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something when you don't agree to it is just not good. You have to wait till you're 100% ready to say yes. Often when we're looking for guidance to make a clear decision, it can be frustrating not to move to clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and if you're not receiving the clear guidance, that actually is the guidance. So stop, regenerate, a new path to formulate, and the universe begin creating things on your behalf. You don't need to be ploughing forward all the time to be moving forward. Wait until you're ready to say a complete and utter yes. Take a breath and wait. It's very productive time, even though it might feel like it. Don't fear this. It needs to be clear and precise, and you have to be 100% sure of that yes. Let's see, we might just have time. So wait until you're ready. Don't say yes if you're not ready, and don't agree to things or sign anything if you're not ready. And that includes doing something you know against your better nature. There is hope. So pause this and read that. I don't need to read it to you. Thanks for listening. Bye.